Hi, guys. Just give everyone a second to get on here. I've got Katie Hacker waiting in the wings.
Yay.
This is our third edition, our third episode, if you will, of JJB and Friends Holiday Edition. I have my beady friend here, Katie Hacker.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Katie.
Hi. Thanks for having me. What a day.
Here. Yeah, for sure. It has been a week here. Well, it feels like it's been a whole week. It's really only Tuesday. How about that?
Tuesday afternoon, midway through the week almost.
Yeah, right. Because I feel like once you hit that halfway point of Tuesday, it's like, well, it means it's almost Wednesday. And
Yeah.
Wednesday, it's like the week's almost over.
I know. I feel like time has been speeding up ever since Halloween.
Yep, me too. And Thanksgiving has come and gone, and now we are full-fledged into the holiday season.
It's in the holidays, yes.
And I have Katie here to talk to us today about Beads of Courage, a little bit about herself, and also to get us excited for Winter Workshop, which is coming next week. And I can't even believe it.
Yeah. Man, I saw the kit. It's amazing.
Katie's talking about this one right here. Katie Hacker.
Yes.
You may know from Beads, Baubles, and Jewels and all around the jewelry industry. Katie, you have been an absolute legend for jewelry making. No, it's true. Ever since we started creating beads, ever since we started creating the Jesse James beads that people know and love today, Katie Hacker was a staple name for our business. We've known about you. We've seen you creating. You're so good at teaching, and you just have such a nice way about you. So it's been such an honor to get to know you these past several years. And now I'm really glad that we are friends and
Me
that
too.
you're here for Jesse James Beads and share some of your story with us.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me. And you know exactly how to pull my heartstrings because you were like, how about something with Beads of Courage? So yeah, I'm all in for that. Yeah, I started jewelry making when I was a kid, you know, like a lot of people. And then after college, I worked for a publishing company called Hot Off the Press. And they were doing jewelry making books for Michaels and Hobby Lobby and places like that. And it went perfectly with what I'd been doing, which was English and journalism. So yeah, so I started writing and teaching people how to do jewelry making through words and pictures, which was really fun. And now it's like the Stone Age because, you know, we have all this and before us, we can just do it in real time. So I work for Interweave, which is the publisher of Beadwork and Lapidary Journal, and doing jewelry making projects for their website. So if anyone has a great idea, send it to me.
I love that.
We'll review it. Yeah. But Beads of Courage, I got involved with, I don't know, maybe almost 10 years ago now. And Jean Gribben, the founder, is just a powerhouse, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I adore her and the whole story. The mission is amazing for people who don't know about Beads of Courage. It's an arts and medicine program for kids who are undergoing long-term treatment for illnesses like cancer. Their families are also a part of it. What's really super cool about the program is that the kids receive a prescription bead every time they receive any kind of treatment in their journey. So each child can identify what another child is going through because they all have white beads for certain things, red beads for certain things. So they can see, you know, by the beads, what other kids have been through. And they can also share their own stories with their family and friends.
I'm going to share my screen really quick as you were talking about prescription beads, because I think that this is a really good visual for what the Beads of Courage program is. So this here is mica, and what we're looking at is a carrier bead. But I wanted to just point out here, as Katie was talking about, these beads around Mica's neck are the prescription beads, and I never heard them called that before, Katie. That's so cool.
Yeah, they actually have a bead pharmacy in Tucson at their headquarters where they fill the orders for 350 hospitals around the world. So they're in 9 countries. 60,000 kids and their families participate in the program. It's pretty amazing, really. And I think part of the coolest thing about seeing this picture of Micah, besides his beautiful smile, of course, is you can really see the weight. If you know beads at all, you know that glass beads are kind of heavy. And this is the weight of his courage. You know, each one of those beads is something he received during a moment of courage. So, you know, it gives me the chills still thinking about it and talking about it. And I think a lot of people can relate to um, wanting your kids to go through, be able to endure hard things and to, um, you know, learn that they really have more strength than they know. And we too. So that's why I love the Carry a Bead program, which is what we're going to do for the winter workshop. There's 2 beads on a safety pin there, and those will vary a little bit, but they all go together with the project. And the Carry a Bead program is 2 beads that you purchase, and then you maybe carry them. You can see them at the bottom of the screen there. Maybe you carry these in your purse or on your running shoes, or, you know, along with anything that you're doing. And then you can return one to the program, and they give it to a child who is in need of extra encouragement. So it comes with a card, and this will be inside with your Carry a Bead. And then you can fill it out inside to say what you did. Like I like to say I earned, but I purchased these for myself and participated in running and other things and carried them. And then returned one to the program with a card like this. You can tell the story of what you did, or you can just write a note of encouragement that a kid will get when they're going through a tough day. And they'll add those to their strand. So like the strands that you saw of Micah's, they have all those colorful single color ones for particular things. And then they have these artist made ones, you know, that we contribute to give them some extra encouragement. So.
No, I think it's so beautiful, and our fans are chiming in here too about how the beads really symbolize the weight of their courage, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a reward system. You know, it's not like you did this and you did this hard thing and now you get this bead. It's given concurrently. So it's more like you're going to get this bead for this treatment that you have to do. But it's not, I don't know if that's making sense exactly, but it's not like you get a sticker after you were good. You know, it's like you have to do this hard thing. You're going to get this bead. And now you know the weight of your courage. You know, it's a visual reminder of what they've been through.
Because it's so hard to express emotions and to tell the story of what you've done when you're in these traumatizing, you know, wish that these things will never have to happen to you or a family member sort of situation. But for these kids to be able to express and to be able to hold up and say, this is how strong I am, or this is when I was pricked, and this is when I had to stay overnight in a hospital. It's such a cool concept. And Katie had mentioned Beads of Courage's founder, Jean Gribben, and how, what a strong, amazing woman she is.
Yeah, Jean developed this program while she was working on her doctorate. She's a pediatric oncology nurse. Mm-hmm. And she was looking for a way to lift up her patients emotionally, as well as, you know, they're giving them the medicine they need through prescription medicine, but here's a prescription that's also bringing in a different supportive element, you know, for the emotional aspect. And it's also turned into an amazing way to bring art into a very clinical setting. So, I mean, you can see our colorful backgrounds are fun, right? And it's because we lift ourselves up through art, you know, and there's no reason why you can't do that in the hospital, but it's just not, you know, it's not as common as it should be, really. And so this program is a way of bringing that to the kids. It also gives a lot of artists a lot of meaning for what they do, you know, so creating some of these amazing lampwork beads, if you know that children are on the other end who are in a, you know, having a tough day, they're going to get one of your beautiful creations. It's pretty awesome.
It really adds a lot of meaning. we have Giovanna Hall here. She says her daughter is a recipient of Beads of Courage, and after 15 surgeries in her 11 years.
Whoa, Giovanna, that's amazing. Go bead moms.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
That's awesome.
So regarding Beads of Courage, Jesse James Beads has been a big fan ever since we saw Jean and Beads of Courage on CBS Sunday Morning many, many, many years ago. This has been our top dog of all the charities that we donate with. And Jean is amazing. Katie, you're incredible. And all of the children in the program, the bead moms that are in the program, you guys all rock. So
thanks. Well, back at you. Thanks for all the support. I know. I'll thank you on behalf of Beads of Courage. I know they appreciate it. And it really means a lot to see other people picking up the spark of the mission, so you hope anytime that you tell somebody that they'll just grab onto it too, and so thanks for doing that.
Yeah, it's an honor to be able to work alongside Beads of Courage. And for everyone that's watching, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, Beads of Courage now we have a donate to Beads of Courage product button on the jessejamesbeads.com website, where you can donate money directly to Beads of Courage when you're placing an order with Jesse James Beads. We'll be collecting every week and sending over our donations as a collective. And also today for Giving Tuesday, we've got 10% of all sales will be donated directly to Beads of Courage. So thank you for coming out and shopping today. If you're shopping today, and know that a portion of your sale is going direct to help this incredible program that Katie here is a part of.
Well, thanks. And thank you so much. It's amazing to get to be part of Giving Tuesday in this way. And I love the idea that you have for donating a portion of the profits from today and the sales. So thank you for your financial support. It's pretty amazing that just $15 pays for 500 beads, for 500 of the prescription beads for a child in the program. And that's the average of what a kid going through cancer treatment would receive in a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So here I have how can the lay person help out in Giving Tuesday? Is there anything else besides financial donation? What is something that someone could do on Giving Tuesday or throughout the holiday season that could help Beads of Courage?
Okay, I would say number one is tell your friends and family. If you're on social media, just share the share button, share the sale button where people can purchase, or shop in the holiday shop at Beads of Courage. They have a lot of cool things this year. You can also, just even following Beads of Courage social media, I think is an easy, free way to support the organization, just by educating yourself about what they're doing, telling your people about it. That would be amazing. There's also these, the cards that come in this Winter Wonderland kit, this one that I made. You can tell this is not like my greatest work of art here, but I think you get the sentiment. But if you can paint or draw or write notes like this, I employed my old high school locker sign making skills to make this, as you can see. But they sell a package of these cards that you can do as art cards, and I get those sometimes at a holiday and put them out on the table. My family has fun filling them in. I just put out some markers and stuff, and then we send back the pack of 20 cards, I believe it is. So there's things like that too, that you can do.
That's really beautiful. And Kathleen, thanks for asking about that, because I think a lot of people wonder, how can we support small business? How can we support charities during the holiday season if there isn't extra cash to give? And just getting on social media and sharing, that's huge.
It is huge. And telling your friends, or some of our family live far away, so they always ask us what we want for Christmas, and that's a great answer. You can have a hoodie from Beads of Courage, or a pack of beads, from Jesse James and Beads of Courage, or that's one way that doesn't have to cost us anything necessarily, but we can kind of spread the love.
Totally. So Katie here, we talked about Beads of Courage. We've talked about carry a bead. And what a great combination to have the prowess of Katie Hacker,
Hey.
the amazing giving nature of Beads of Courage, all wrapped up into one with JJB Winter Workshop. Katie is one of our instructors for next week's workshop. All the kits are shipping FedEx two-day shipping,
two-day. Is that like 2 and 2?
Yeah. 2 and 2 equals 2 days. And the classes start on Monday. Katie's class is going to be on Thursday of next week, and she is doing a project with Beads of Courage. Katie, tell us a little bit about what we're making next week with you.
Okay. Do you have the picture? Do you want to throw the picture there? Okay.
Hold, please.
I think you'll like it. It's we're doing Kumihimo with leather to make a bracelet, and then we're gonna make some use our Beads of Courage and some charms to make a beaded ring that will go on the middle of the bracelet. So I think sometimes people are challenged to know, what to do with their Beads of Courage. Like, these are pretty good size lampwork beads, and you're really only going to keep one because you're going to return one to the program. So you don't probably want to make earrings. You could also just pin this onto whatever you have, your belt loop or your purse or whatever. But let's show them a picture of the bracelet.
Can you see it?
This is Micah.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Sorry, guys. I thought we were on the bracelet.
It's okay.
Aha.
There it is. So Sarah put together this beautiful mix of beads, and you can see the Beads of Courage bead is at the very center. It's a kind of a larger one with amber in the middle. This is a lampwork glass bead, and I think it goes well with the rest of these check glass elements. And I love the little tassel, and we have a ring from Tiara Cast. So what we'll do is make 2 of those, that whole little whatever you want to call that charm ring there. We'll make 2. So one will be to keep and one will be to send to the program, and they can give it to a child who's having a tough day.
Oh, Katie, I didn't realize we were making a whole double of that beautiful ring, which,
oh yeah,
the Tiara Cast ring component is so pretty. I was just looking at it earlier today. It's gorgeous. You've done good picking out the
I like all their things. Yeah, that one is really, it is really pretty. It's almost like it's been stamped or something, but it's cast that way. Yeah. So yes, we'll make 2. And of course you can make it any way you want. But there are plenty of beads in the package to make a really beautiful beaded ring.
And then, okay, so then I want to show also, this is the kit component. These are the components that go along with Katie. What do we have here, Katie?
Oh yeah, so in the upper corner you can see the Kumihimo wheel. And I don't know if everybody has done Kumihimo, but if you have not done it, you will have lots of fun, and you'll learn how to make a basic 4-strand braid. One time I was on an airplane on the way to one of our industry events, like making my last minute samples. And this woman next to me said, "What are you doing over there?" And I said, "Oh, I'm doing Kumihimo. Have you ever tried it?" She says, "No." I whip out my second Kumihimo disc and we just Kumihimo our way to the event. So no worries there on learning. And then we have a beautiful collection of glass beads. We have some leather from Leather Cord USA. And the end caps and clasp also are from Leather Cord USA. And then the Tiara Cast ring. So you'll need some head pins and jump rings to go with your project.
Yeah, that's the BYO. And then here are the beads. Katie just
so pretty.
Sent me this picture literally right before we came on.
From my kitchen, live from my kitchen.
We were joking before we went live about how the background of the video is always something, and then the other side of the screen, what you can't see is it's like being a whole room.
Exactly.
On the set.
The 360 would just be a whole different thing.
Reminds me of, remember that ride from Disney World, the Carousel of Progress, where you sit in the chair and it just like rotates you from one scene to the next. Do you know what I'm
Oh
talking
yes. Oh yes. I know what you're talking about.
about?
So I recently went to the aquarium in Phoenix here, and they have that, but it's in a different tank. So you're facing the tank, then the thing turns, you're facing the next tank. It was kind of amazing.
That sounds really cool. I
Mhm.
love aquariums.
I do too.
So, okay, this is really exciting. It's nice to talk to you, Katie, and see the project and hear you talk about it, because I did not know that we were creating 2 rings for the workshop, one
Yeah.
whole thing to give to a kid in the program. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and they can put it on their strand if they want, or I kind of see them probably giving it to their mom or one of their caregivers to put on their lanyard or
Yeah,
whatever. They'll have
especially
fun. It'll be something different for them to get.
there'll be something different for them to get, and learning the Kumihimo with you is going to be really cool too, because Kumihimo, you can do it just with leather and create a braid, but you can also add beads to it. This is a
Mhm.
skill that you can learn here and then totally next level it.
Oh yeah, this is like dipping our toes into Kumihimo. There's so much that you can do with it. It's kind of cool to see once you understand the basic leather, for me anyway, when I first saw beaded Kumihimo, I don't think I understood what it was. And then I saw the leather version and it's like, oh, there's a total aha. Now I get it, how this goes together, and I can see all these different ways of using it. So yeah, you never know what you're going to fall in love with. So I think it's good to try lots of different things.
Yeah, and the Kumihimo disc is super exciting. I'm glad we were able to pull this off with the disc. The cord is so beautiful. Leather Cord USA is just the
Yeah,
bomb.
it's the really pearly white color. I really like it.
Mhm. It's great for winter, but then also beyond. So when we created the projects for JJB Winter Workshop, we wanted some of them to have like a holiday flair to it, like red
Hmm.
and green-ish, but
Oh,
others
fun.
wear all year round, because the holiday season's fast.
It does go fast.
I
And
didn't
I
really
think I do
know.
think holiday jewelry has a place for sure, but I like if especially if I'm going to spend a little more time on something, I like for it to be something I could wear all year personally. I love those neutral metallics so much.
Yeah, me too. I was very excited to be able to put this stuff together like we did, and have Beads of Courage be part of this one.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for asking. I you did
Yeah.
be you did a carry a bead last year too, right?
Carry a bead last year, and it was so cool. We had Jean come on at the last minute for
Oh, nice.
our Kumbaya for summer camp, is what we were talking about. We also did a carry a bead project. Did we do it? No, we had the carry a bead project. We had the carry a bead in the kit last minute, but we didn't have a carry a bead project.
Mm.
So this time around, Beads of Courage so generously donated the carry a bead kits for
Oh,
us.
nice.
Yeah. And then Katie, that's what got me to talk to you, saying, hey, we did this. We had carry a bead in our summer camp kits, and our campers all really loved it this past summer, but we didn't have a project. And everyone was wondering, well, what can we do with this singular bead after we turn in our other one? So
Yeah, well, when we meet next week too, I'll have some other examples of things that I've done with my bead that I kept. Something that we didn't talk about yet about carry a bead is part of what makes it cool is that that concept that you each have the same bead, right? So you and the recipient have the same matched pair. So it's kind of creating a link between you, even though we don't know who the recipient is going to be, who gets that second bead. It kind of creates this energy between you of like a neat connective feeling. So yeah, that's part of why I love having mine on a strand, because then I can just, remember what I was doing at that time and think about the child on the other end.
yeah. And I believe that there is totally something to be said and to be felt about the exchange of energy and intention. So when you have your carrier beads and you are thinking about, this child, or how you want them to feel when they receive it, love and warmth and
Yeah, it's all about the love. Yeah. And encouragement too. And like you saw my silly card that I made, but you could write you can write a note and you can
yeah.
take a picture. But they have a pet set of carry a bead that I've gotten for my dog before. So I clip them on the dog's collar for a hike and then take a picture of the dog, send a picture. You know, kids love to see people's dogs.
I love to see people's dogs too.
I do too. I guess grown-ups do too.
I am going to drop a link here right quick. Let me just pull it up for the Beads of Courage donation button at Jesse James Beads. So if you guys are shopping Jesse James Beads, here, let me just type it here, donation button at the shop. If you're shopping Jesse James today for Giving Tuesday, add the Beads of Courage button to your cart to donate directly to Beads of Courage. And if you haven't yet signed up for Winter Workshop, there is still time. We are shipping the kits today, but we still could ship it tomorrow or Thursday to get it to you on time. And if you do it today, 10% of your sale will be donated to Beads of Courage.
Nice. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go Giving Tuesday.
Go Giving Tuesday. Whoever thought of that one deserves a serious round of applause, a high five, and a hug, because Giving Tuesday is a great idea.
I love that combo.
Me too. I have one.
Long distance high five and a hug.
Yeah. High five. Hug. Katie, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to come hang out.
You're so welcome. Thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it. And thanks for your support of Beads of Courage.
You bet. You bet. Thank you again. And we'll be seeing you next week.
Sounds good.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.